It's not working. Oh, there it is. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Collector Showcase. Me and Ryan are going to be talking about Dick Tracy and the Cops and Crooks toy line. Ryan, if you want to give your introduction, brother.
I'm glad tonight we're going to be talking about Dick Tracy. What's up, guys? Retro Ryan here. You can catch me live every Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, taking your 80s, 90s game requests and playing your 80s, 90s toy and game footage. You know what's cool about this line? The original Dick Tracy Playmates line, very, very affordable to collect for. Something we can almost never say on this show because toy prices have gone crazy in recent years, especially of the retro variety. So glad to say that if you're looking to get into collecting Dick Tracy, these are affordable. Now Cops, on the other hand, not so much. Those are pretty expensive. It's a pretty expensive line.
Even carded are expensive.
It's expensive. It's because it's obscure. A little more obscure. So Dick Tracy moved more units because of the movie's popularity with Warren Beatty and Madonna.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got to think too. Like, this is coming off the cuff of '89 Batman with Tim Burton, so you can definitely tell this movie, at least with Dick Tracy, it was very heavily influenced by that '89 Batman film. Yeah. So
I love movies of this era: '89 Batman, Batman Returns, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Dick Tracy. There's something magical about this era of these kind of movies. You know, I throw Dick Tracy in there because it's, you know, it's again kind of a detective story. Mm-hmm. Let's throw that in there too. It's just kind of in this magical period of where just Hollywood was hitting home runs, and you're really losing yourself to the movies, to just being encapsulated by the imagination and the colors of these movies. You know, and that's one of the first things I think of, color, when you think of the Tracy movie.
No, we didn't get a cartoon, right? I don't remember there being a cartoon based on.
No, there wasn't.
It was just a toys for the film.
Back in our parents' generation, there was a Dick Tracy.
I do remember that. And the comics, yep.
Very popular.
But I you know, it was great because this was one of those movies that had an all-star cast. I mean, you think about just between Warren Beatty and Madonna, but then you had like what? Let me look this up here. You got Al Pacino, you got Dustin Hoffman, James Caan. I mean, there was Kathy Bates was in it. I mean, there was a Dick Van Dyke.
Awesome cast.
Yeah, I mean, just all over.
Dick Van Dyke's still alive, by the way. He's like 100.
Dude, right? And you know, that's the sad thing. My dad wanted me to bring this up, and it's like, talk about a very influential like actor who just recently passed, and that's Gene Hackman. And you know, all the movies he did where he was a cop or anything like that, and you know, it's just a tragic loss and stuff.
He was the actor's actor. He did like over 70 movies.
Yep.
He wasn't about the limelight. He wasn't about the celebrity of it. He was just about like being a working man's actor, taking a diversity of different roles, a lot of variation in his career. You know, from like French Connection to Hoosiers to Royal Tenenbaums. It's sad to see a lot of these actors get into their 80s, 90s. I mean, they lived a long life, but you hate to see them go because of the people they are and the work they've done.
Yeah, Andrew said Gene Hackman in Mississippi Burning. Yep, it was awesome. It just sucks. You know, he was you know, it's one of those things where you see actors like once they hit their 70s and stuff, it's like they're kind of at that turning point, and then like you don't see them in the limelight for a while, and they look completely different. Unfortunately, Gene Hackman was one of the ones that did look the same like that. Especially with, you know, you think of even Sean Connery didn't even look like he did before he passed. But
I can't remember their lines anymore. That's why Nicholson hung it up too.
Mm-hmm. Um, it's he was 95, and that's a great accomplishment in its own. And then, like you said, Dick Van Dyke, like almost being 100, man. Let's just
I'll
see
tell
how
you
long.
what, if I was an actor that was rich, you wouldn't see me past even 60. I'd be done. I'd be on a beach.
Well, like William Shatner right now, he's about to reprise his role as Captain Kirk in whatever new Star Trek thing that's coming up, and it's like he's in his
He's
90s.
90.
Yeah. So
I mean, more power to the ones that keep going, but also I get it why they win the ones that don't. Like Pesci, he famously hung it up pretty early.
well, even James Hong right now is the guy who played David Lopan and a couple other stuff. Got to mention this because Andrew's in here. He's still doing stuff, and he's in his 90s. It's crazy. I mean, he just got his Hollywood Walk of Fame not too long ago, last year I think it was. So I mean, a lot of these great actors, and just even going into the fact of like this film, Dick Tracy, there was so many great people that you couldn't have asked for a better ensemble cast for a film of its time. But yeah, definitely.
I love Madonna in this movie.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Madonna is so hot in this movie, and she's so good in this movie.
Well, even the other love interest, his handler, what was her name?
Oh, the redheaded one.
Yeah.
And the kid is hilarious.
I just watched a video with him. You know that he was supposed to be John Connor? Yeah, he was supposed to be John Connor, but because he got the role for Dick Tracy, or no, it was because when he did what was it? I think Hook, because it was under Disney or something. Something he did that was related to Disney. He couldn't get out of that 3-movie contract, so he never.
And thank God he wasn't John Connor.
Oh yeah. We needed Eddie Furlong because he iconized that character.
That would have been like in Eric Stoltz, where the redhead gets booted for the other star.
Well,
would have Eric Stoltz him and put him in instead.
I mean, how could you I think Eddie is probably a year or two older than that kid, so you think at the time, you're looking at and that's what's funny is like when you watch Terminator 2, you can hear that moment where Eddie Furlong breaks his voice and stuff because he hit puberty in the filming. But yeah, what's up, Dad? But yeah, no, definitely a great film. And so going off from that, we're also going to be talking about Cops. What a cool cartoon, futuristic. You got these cybernetic influenced cops that have been changed. Bulletproof, the main character who is the leader of this team, and as Dad was saying, you can watch actually the series for Cops on Tubi right now, and which is something I need to go do because I haven't watched that cartoon in forever. But it does have ties to G.I. Joe. One of the characters in that is supposed to be like the cousin or something of one of the G.I. Joe characters. But another toy brand that has the cap feature, like RoboCop did. Which is something we could have done, technically. We could have tied RoboCop into the Cops cartoon. Because, I mean, almost in a way, kind of a similar situation.
You could add like one of there's that one Dick Tracy vehicle in this line. It could have fired the Caps.
Mm-hmm. And that was what was cool is that that on
Who's your friend Stillnox?
What's up? What you saying?
Who's your friend Stillnox?
Oh, that's my buddy Andrew, the one who did the Xbox podcast with us.
Yeah, Andrew, I approve of your No Country for Old Men thumbnail. I like it.
See?
What's the most you've ever lost in a coin toss, Andrew?
2 favorite cartoons watching in the morning was 90s Cops and G.I. Joe. There you go, see? But yeah, no, definitely at that time with the G.I. Joe, we had the, where they were going against the drug lord and stuff.
That's his favorite movie, dude. That's awesome because I actually have gone back and forth about thinking that's in my top 5 too. It's just so it blew my mind when I seen that in the theaters. I got out the movie and I was like talking to my dad and I was like, I think this is one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. And like you rarely say it. Dude, how many times do you say that when you leave a movie? It doesn't happen that much. I remember saying it when I left that movie.
I remember we didn't get to go see it in the theaters. We went and rented it and stuff, and it was so good. Like just the cast alone too, like Josh Brolin and
Yeah.
yeah. Talk about a great 2007 was a great year, man.
I love that Josh Brolin was like in that, but then he was also in Goonies and Thrashing. Like what a great variety of roles that is. Like from those couldn't be farther apart from each other.
Well, think about it. He's also in Goonies, and then how the fact that like he was the older kid, and it's like you always think of him like being this older guy and stuff, and it's like even when
I know,
right, and then him being Cable and the.
You know why? Because I've watched a lot of interviews on him in the last year because he wrote a book. And I guess his mom was this like animal lover. She raised them with like all kinds of wild animals. Like they would take in like tigers and lions and he has crazy stories of. So I think that's why he kind of grew up fast as an adult. Like and his dad was a famous actor, so like he was kind of forced to be a man even from a young age.
That would make sense. You know, a lot of times that's what happens to us. We get forced into these roles where we need to become adults and take on more responsibilities that we shouldn't have done at such a younger age. But even his dad acted, so.
It's like we want to talk about Dick Tracy, but I want to talk more about like No Country for Old Men. Just, dude, the intensity of just like not knowing what's gonna happen. You know, when he finds the money and you see the trucks in the distance, there's so much intensity. And just the worst like maniacal killer you can think of is always on his trail the whole movie, and just that edge of your seat pacing that this movie has. It's just like oh my god, the Coen brothers, god damn, are they such good directors, dude.
Well, you know what's funny is that if I remember correctly, the Coen brothers hung out with Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi back in the day. So that's
Brothers are so good, dude.
Yeah. That had that as an Easter egg in GTA 5. The drug deal gone bad in the desert. Yes, it did. I remember that mission.
But what's cool about Dick Tracy? This was Warren Beatty's baby.
Mm-hmm.
This was his movie. Like you know, this was his passion project.
Well, it's funny because you know we have had actors that have been champion certain movie projects that like probably would have never seen the light of day had they not been very active about it and took on maybe a producer role. But yeah, definitely Dick Tracy is definitely one of them, and it's sad that we haven't had a resurgence of that character compared to with that movie, you know, and what it did at the time.
This deserved a T2 shooter arcade.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, of course. It deserved
that. Like you could have totally done that with this.
Mm-hmm.
And what it deserved a lot better than was the piece of shit NES game that I got as a kid of this game. It's not good.
Well, and there's
a not good NES game.
There's the Genesis game too. What's up, Hummus?
Better.
Yeah, which is better. Definitely much better.
Genesis game is way better.
You think that?
But imagine if you had a Tommy gun, Vince. You had a Tommy gun T2 style. You're shooting gangsters.
Oh,
like
dude.
You're saving, you know, like that would be amazing.
Well, think about it this way, right? You know, did you play L.A. Noire? Your Rockstar's detective set around that time, you know?
I've yet to, but I want to.
Yeah, me and Andrew played that. That game is so good, right? And like that game is a great archetype if you wanted to just insert Dick as the character during that time period. It would be perfect.
Yeah.
And it's just
what's up, homie?
It just sucks. There's just like not been enough. Like we're at that right time with technology that these games could be totally, you know, done justice. It's like to me, like I don't know why Activision hasn't gone and talked to Hasbro to get the rights for G.I. Joe, and literally just made a Call of Duty G.I. Joe game where you're playing Joes against Cobras. and then I got this spectacular, story mode campaign, and then you have online, and you could have all the different Vipers and all the different Joes you could play. That'd be so good, but it would never happen. What's up, Tylord?
Here's a great argument for why Dick Tracy should have had a Tommy gun arcade T2 arcade cab, because freaking Aerosmith had a shooter where you shoot freaking CDs, dude. If that makes sense, then a Dick Tracy Tommy gun shooting game makes even more sense than fucking Aerosmith shooting CD. And I love Revolution X. It's hilariously ridiculous.
It's a good game, but yes, it is ridiculous. You know, the funny thing is like if Dick had a game like that, he would he'd be shooting his nuts, so they would be CD's nuts. Yeah, I had to make that joke in there somewhere, since that's normally what you do. We don't talk about Revolution X.
Dude, Revolution X was missing Liv Tyler and Alicia Silverstone. They should have totally been in that game. They
should have been the girls dancing in the club, right?
I know. They should have been somewhere in that game. It just didn't feel right without them.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's funny. We're going back to Dick a lot here. It's Dick gave us a lot of familiar memories, fond memories.
First of all, what the fuck does COPS stand for in this series?
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me go pull that up. Hold on. What was that called? Hold on.
We gotta answer that right out of the way, because I don't even remember what it stands for.
Because it's an acronym, dude. It is like acronym. It is. COPS cartoon. Okay. Let me look it up on Wikipedia here. Central Organization of Police Specialists. It's like, okay, COPS.
That's a Jeopardy question nobody's answering right there. What does that toy line stand for? And what does that show stand for? Nobody's getting that one right.
Well, have you ever looked the fact of going in and trying to search this toy line up, right? It's listed as cops and robbers, right? Instead of just cops. And the thing is that like the cops figures just had the cops. And then the villains had cops logo, and it was the spray painted in crooks, and it's like when you go look it up, it comes up as cops and crooks instead of cartoon.
Dude,
you literally have to put the cartoon at the end of it. This line
would have been tough to collect then, let alone now. Even then, it would have been hard to find all these figures.
Stars. Yeah. But they didn't have Nemesis running around, Andrew, trying to stop them at every moment. Was too loud and couldn't concentrate on Carnival.
Oh, Carnival's awesome. We still need a home port of Carnival. Look, port Carnival to the Switch. We'll use the Joy-Cons for a light gun shooter. If we got House of the Dead remake, the Joy-Cons will work good enough for Carnival too.
Yeah,
we need it.
Just port over Terminator 2 on that thing. You have the Move controllers for the VR. Yeah. At least for the PS5, you could do the same thing. Like, give me Terminator 2 arcade. I mean, the closest we're getting is that new side-scrolling game, which looks fantastic, by the way. But my dad said I love it. A shooting game where you run around in a bright yellow trench coat. There will be cyborgs in there, right? Yes, there has to be cyborgs. What's crooks stand for? Let me see if I can find that. I don't know if they did that. I think it's just crooks.
Well, Floyd, I prefer April O'Neil nude under a yellow trench coat.
Let me see. Each episode had a little title. Had a title that brings the case of, and then it gives the case. Okay, so let me see. Is there anything about what the crooks stand for?
No idea.
Because crooks is an acronym too. Well, let me see. There was an blah, blah, blah. What is it? It doesn't say. Damn it. I'm sorry. Is an organized crime group that commits crimes in Empire City. No members included. And it gives the list of the people in it. Okay. We'll get to the. It's like, let's have an acronym for that. Just the reason for an acronym instead of actually showing what it is, what it stands for. New T2 game looks awesome. Hey, someone paint a target on my back, right? Hey, it's the what, the 1930s? All right, so we want to get into the toys. So I guess we'll go into what? We want to do Dick Tracy first. Ryan?
Oh yeah, I love this toy line.
Okay, let's get into the Dick here. Hold on.
I would assume that you can still get the toys loose, used on eBay for about the same price. But I'm telling you, I bought the collector's case. You know, it's like one of those nice snap collector's cases with like the plastic cover on it where you can fit all the figures in. I bought that case filled with basically every figure in this line 2 years ago for about $60. So I would guess you can get it for almost the same price. Is that, and that's amazing to get a whole toy line for like $60-70 with the collector's case. So if you want these, hunt on eBay, because they sold enough of them that they're decently priced still. Now on card, I don't know, that's going to be a little higher, but I love this fucking line.
There you go. I like what Tyler said. Central Robber Organization of Killer Specialists. There you go. That works. I'll go with that. All right. So let's see. Let's get into the man of the show, right? Of the movie. We got the Warren Beatty action figure here of Dick Tracy. He's got the yellow hat, no yellow trench coat. I mean, you could almost say this is the man in yellow. So where is Curious George, right? So that's what he did on the side. He was a cop.
This is just a great line. Playmates was kicking ass and taking names in the 90s. I love the gun accessories.
Mm-hmm.
I love the bat. You're gonna beat him with that stick.
Yeah,
They gave him like a wooden one instead of like today's like a metal.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call that today?
What's a billy club? Yeah, billy club. I don't know what they well, police stick. I mean, at least it's not the Demolition Man Electro shocker thing that they had. But what's great?
You know what else I had the Dick Tracy watch.
Oh, that's
they
awesome.
Put out. Remember with the light on it?
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
That was one of the things I did want as a kid was that watch he had. So like, look at this, right? You know, you got a holster for the gun. You didn't see a lot of that with toys back then. And this is Playmates, so he's got the Turtles A stance here going on. Dicks are like turtles. Always popping their heads in places they don't want to be. Okay, anyway. But it's got some really good detail. You got the watch. And then, there's some just detail on the coat and everything. Like, you got the cufflinks here.
Yeah, I love it. I love the paint on these.
Yeah, I mean, they went all out, honestly.
Great.
All right, make my day, punk.
Do they have the card art and everything here?
Yep. Which is great because it was the
yellow really pops on these.
Yeah, the drawn version of Warren Beatty as Dick versus the what we got in the old comics, but it's very reminiscent of it. It pops, man. It does. Awesome. It does give that whole card art. I mean, like you're looking at a comic book strip. But I can't expect anything less from Playmates at the time. I mean, it looks like you got a total of what? 14 figures?
Somebody could do like customs of these and make it like Goodfellas characters or Casino.
I would love that. That would be great.
Or a Scarface one.
He's got his Colt 45 and a billy club. I mean, look at the attention to detail, right? With the his strap in the back and it's painted instead of just being molded and never painted.
Yep.
There was a lot of love that went in, like the design of this, because you would never get some of this detail, like the grip on the gun being painted like that.
Now, did they take that from the vintage comic, or they drew that for this movie?
Yeah, they drew this for the movie, because that's Warren Beatty's face, or cartoonized, or comic book styled.
Yep, I had a lot of these as a kid. I couldn't tell you which ones. I know I had Dick Tracy, and I know I had like this kind of square haircutted guy that was really creepy looking.
Are you talking about Flat Top? We'll get into
Flat top, yeah.
Which is interesting, right? So, like, you think about this. There's more villains than there is heroes. I mean, like, it's Dick versus everyone.
Yeah.
The jokes are not going to go away.
He's got his commissioner, like, what was, like, the police commissioner, or the guy in, like, in the green or something, was his one of his sidekick?
I can't remember his name, yeah.
He does got a sidekick or two. And then there's the blank face, or whatever you call it.
Yeah. Which is Madonna's character.
Yeah.
Blank. And there's Mumbles, who is his informant. Yeah, but you got look at this. You got your Tommy gun. He's got some. He's got a bandolero, bullets, and a lasso. You had a rope.
Yeah, I had this one too. That's a badass character, dude. This character in the movie was creepy. That was a creepy character.
I think the missed opportunity is the fact that we're talking about Dick Tracy. The only other film I feel fits this time frame is The Rocketeer.
Yeah, dude, look at this character though. You know who this looks like? Just take it in a second. Take it in. Ready?
All right.
Look at the face. All right, take this in, bro. It's Problem Child, dog. Think about it. Remember when they dressed him up with the bow tie?
Yeah.
And bro, it's Problem Child, the action figure. I remember when they give him the clown room. He's like, I hate clowns.
Yes, especially right there. Although let me
burns it down. This is Problem Child, the action figure, dude.
Yeah, I see it. I totally see it. He's got enough lipstick on his face to be a clown.
John Ritter's always calling him now Junior. We can't act like that. We can't behave like this. And the grandfather hates him. Dude, there's something about it. This looks just like Problem Child.
Well, he looks like one of those guys, a dealer in the back of a underground gambling den or something.
Being kicked out of the nuns, and then it's like the bad to the bone, bad to the bone.
Dude, he's got brass knuckles in his pocket, man. Main toys growing up. So Andrew says main toys growing up were G.I. Joes, TMNT, and assorted RoboCop toys. Hell yeah, dude. Non-video game toys, right? Well, technically, all three of those had video games. No, there was the Shadow and the Phantom. You're right, Dad. You're right. I mean, we can't forget Billy Zane as the Phantom with Treat Williams as the bad guy. All right, so
you need that little girl sidekick Problem Child had. And they go around and destroy other kids' birthdays. Smash the cake.
All right, here's your Madonna figure.
Michael Richards in that cameo role, getting out of jail.
Both of these were better than the Dick movie. If I remember correctly, my dad did have a problem with the movie for some reason. I don't remember what it was.
How dare you, Floyd? Don't you dare be smart. Don't you ever say anything bad about Dick Tracy. I fucking love this movie. It's a masterpiece. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, Floyd. Don't you touch my childhood.
So look at her. She's like, "Don't cry for me, Argentina." Yeah.
You know what? Fuck that movie. This is the one she should have got an Oscar for. She should have got an Oscar for Dick Tracy, looking peak sexiness in that black see-through dress, singing amazing in it, singing incredible, looking like Marilyn Monroe in this movie. Madonna deserved an Oscar for this. I honestly think she might steal the whole movie. She might be my favorite in the whole movie.
He hates Dick Tracy and Ricky O. The story of Ricky. I knew it was coming up. I knew it was coming up. All right.
By the way, this shouldn't been called the It should have been butt face. This character, it definitely looks like a butt cheek face. There's just nothing there.
She's just wearing her butt cheek remolded on her face. It's
Dude, I just remember even as like a kid, I'm like 5 years old. You're looking at like Madonna like crawl on his desk, and he's just like, she's getting him. She's flirting with him so hardcore. And even like as a 5-year-old, you're watching that. It's totally like the Jessica Rabbit moment. As a kid, you're just like, oh my god, you know you're obsessed with girls even then. Like that's like the test for a kid back then. What happens when you see Jessica Rabbit or Madonna on Warren Beatty's desk in Dick Tracy? You know then. You're like, okay. That's your first glimpse at like how hot women are, you know?
And Jessica Rabbit and Aaliyah Thompson.
Oh yeah. Or Howard the Duck in the
the bedroom scene? Yes. Oh my gosh.
She's like, Howard, stop. When she's like in her lingerie.
All right, so we did blank. So let's see.
We did butt face the character.
Yeah. My test as a kid was Alyssa Milano in Double. Oh my god, yes, yes.
She was even hot up through
That's the one I knew.
What's the show with the girl from 90210, and that was a hot cast too.
Oh, you're talking about
Charmed.
Sharon Doherty?
Yeah, Charmed was a bunch of hotties on Charmed.
Oh my, yes. Hey, look, I knew from Labyrinth whenever I saw Jennifer Connelly. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get into to Big Boy here. We can't talk about Dick without Big Boy.
Big boy Caprice. Dude, what about when they put what's his name in dip? Not the dip. They put him in cement.
Mm-hmm. But he's there. He's got the cement shoes. All right, so gotta love the nutsack chin there. He's got his money bags. That's awesome. You don't get to see money bag toys, or things with money in toys lately.
Nope. All we have is stupid Money Mayweather. Dude, I seen that guy on Fallon. Just unrelated thing. He's this undefeated boxer. The guy's like bringing out his protein shake things. It's like 8 of them.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even know what any of them are called. He's like trying to like promote his like protein powder line on the show, and he's like, this one's called for after you work out, and then before you work out, and this one's called, and you're just sitting there like, dude, you don't even know your own fucking product, and you're on Fallon right now. I turned it off, dude. It was so horrible. If you guys watch that, it is so unintentionally hilarious. This dude, Money Mayweather's got more money than he can wipe his ass with. And he's on there selling his stupid protein powder. He don't even know which one is which.
I don't know the sound. I don't know what it's called, but I know the sound it makes when it lies. Yeah. At least the first thought that came to my mind whenever you were saying that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Go ahead.
Dude, Pacino is like spanking Madonna. He's like saying, "You're saying it wrong." That's like where they're dancing around. I want more, 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 and then Pacino is like, "No, it's horrible. It's wrong. It's terrible," and he's like spanking her, and then the piano guy sticks up for it, remember? And he goes over there and he slams the piano on his hands. And she's like, "That was a really stupid move. He's the best player we have around here." But just that, like, Pacino, you could tell Madonna too is like completely startled by Pacino just spanking her and yelling. He's like all freaked out.
Talking about being a method actor, right?
You could tell in that scene, like, he's just being brutal.
We got Brow, right? This guy's been, you know, he shaved off his eyebrows. He looks like the Michelin Man. He's like,
Yeah, Mayweather's a great boxer. You got to look later tonight, Hummus, though. You got to look up this footage of him on Fallon. And this is the biggest fail I've ever seen promoting a product, Hummus. You got to look up him on Fallon from this week selling his protein powder. Dude, he has no clue what he's talking about.
Yeah, I didn't even get past QC. He's already trying to get it out like it's blow.
Dude, there was like 8 of them too. I've never seen a guy sell like 8 different protein shakes. There's like an 8-pack he wants people to buy. What if your dad, we did like a Floyd Mayweather Photoshop of your dad as Floyd Mayweather? Because your dad's name is Floyd.
Well, shit, I'm named Floyd too.
You two, father and son, is Mayweather.
I'm Junior.
The Mayweathers.
We named the dog Indiana. So what do we like about Michelin Man over here?
And they call him the Brow. I feel like you can go to like some antique stores too and like probably find some of these on cards still. Maybe $6, $7, $8, you know? They're kind of like in that vein of the Star Trek toys, Next Generation, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They kind of stay in that $5 carded zone, just like Power of the Force 2. They just kind of never got too high up.
Well, I think the biggest problem with this is the fact that like there was only the movie, right? Most of these figure lines we talk about has a cartoon correspondent. And with so many actors and stuff and different characters for the enemy side.
The other line I was really going back and forth of should we do tonight was Police Academy, because it was another one of these phases where so many kids, and I remember having Police Academy toys too.
Mm-hmm.
This is right around the same time as Dick Tracy. So this was like just the peak like cops and robbers kind of show era of toy lines, like with Dick Tracy, Police Academy, and Cops. I almost, I guess we'll have to do a separate show for that. But
I think that like if we do it right, like I feel like Crash Test Dummies and Police Academy should go together for some weird reason.
That's cool. We could do that.
Yeah. And I realized when we're looking at some of these that like Indiana Jones is one we haven't touched yet either. That would be the Kenner Indiana Jones figures.
Floyd, you talking about that movie while we talk about Dick Tracy's a bridge too far. All right? How about that? I had to get in a little joke there.
James Caan, Michael Caine, Sean Connery, Edward Fox, Elliot Gould, Gene Hackman, Anthony Hopkins, Hardy Kruger, Lawrence Oliver, Ryan O'Neal, Robert Redford, and Maximilian Schill.
I feel like in another life, James Caan definitely would have been in the mob because he walks and talks and acts
Oh, James
like while he
Caan?
was
Yeah, he
alive.
does. Yeah.
He really always has acted like a tough guy, like a mobster. So if like in another life now that he's passed on, he probably will come back as a mobster in his next life if there is one.
Hey, man, if life repeats itself, we may have prohibition and mobsters and shit again. Who
Yep.
knows? I mean, there's already mobsters, but not in the same vein.
We already got one as a president. Oh,
Oh, with this nerdy hacker dude.
Teflon Don.
I was talking about Elon, who thinks he's the greatest gamer at Quake, and he's not. Oh,
Didn't they have him talking about some game, and like he had no clue what the game. He had no clue what to do. He was like streaming it or something, right? Or he was talking about it and he had no clue.
yeah. Was it? He was claiming he was playing this one game, and playing it on this hardest difficulty. So like if you died, it was permadeath, and like he was playing it like he'd never played it before. So obviously he clearly had been paying people to play the account to get it to that point, and he ended up killing himself. Yeah, Path of Exile 2. There you go. And then, but he had been making rounds way before that about the fact that he had won Quake, a QuakeCon before like the very first Quake tournament, and said he like made a couple $1,000 for getting second place with his team. But the whole tournament prize was like it was a pool, and it was $5,000. His team got second place, but it was only like $700 they got, or $750. The worst thing about it is that they were part of this like internet service thing that you could play together with peers, and he had like no professional player of Quake ever was on that. They always did it through their own servers, and so like he evidently didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. It's just hilarious. Yeah, he was super high level, but didn't have certain hotkeys mapped, and was grabbing all the gear instead of the high level stuff. Yeah. He's so fucking fake. He just has all this money and it pisses us off. Anyway, fucking idiot. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk about a billionaire and how much he's an idiot.
And how about everybody in the cabinet's a fucking billionaire now?
Yeah.
That has power over us paycheck to paycheck Americans. Anyways, yeah, back to Dick Tracy.
Hey, it's the truth though, man. Imagine being the richest guy on the planet and still being so insecure that you have to lie about being a good gamer, right? Exactly. Look, tell it like it is. You wanted to be a good gamer, but you decided to get into business, right? You wanted to become a rich asshole. Why we get it? Money can't buy integrity.
If he really wanted to pretend to be a gamer, why did he buy Twitter and call it X? He should have just bought Twitch. He's a fake gamer.
Right? Exactly. He should have bought Twitch. He should have bought... Or you know what? He didn't need to buy shit. He could have just bought the talent to make his own thing. But, whatever. He could have invested in that other garbage that's out there. What? Truth Social? Anyway, I'm sorry. We're getting a little anti stupid people. All right, so hey, look, it's influence. I think this is his name, right? Am I reading that right? What's up, Boiling? The other character here on the screen.
What's up, Blood?
He's got a crowbar. He's got slick back hair. Looks like he's got a syringe in his pocket and a gun. So he's ready to party, man.
He's definitely one of the guys in the Goodfellas scene when he's saying everybody's name in the bar. This is Johnny 2 times. I'm going to get the papers.
So often it seems like that, Floyd. The more you have of one, the less you have of the other. That is 100% true. It's because
this dude right here, he stole Ted DiBiase's suit. $1 Million Man.
Is that a bug on his? No. Yeah, it is a bug on his shirt, his suit.
Yeah, what is that supposed to be?
He's supposed to be a doctor, I guess. Just finished Kazumize my mech and mech break. Oh, dude, how's that game, man? It looked really cool. So apparently he has Gordon Freeman's crowbar here. Hey, Gordon, I found this in Black Mesa. I thought you'd like to have it.
His tagline is "Everybody has a price." It's like $1 Million Man.
Practice medicine without a license, blackmail illegal, uses hypnotism. So he's a two-time magician, huh? It's pretty fun, but a little flaws, but fun. I'm playing Dragon's Dogma 2, hanging out on the podcast. Thanks, brother. Oh man, Andrew, Black Myth Wukong is amazing. I'm enjoying that a lot.
It's a video game. It's not a long lost Wu-Tang album.
Right. So here we got Itchy, not Scratchy, but Itchy. You know where Water Jack has been?
Down here.
Yeah, I keep hearing about it. It's good, man. It's a bit brutal, but it's good.
It's McLovin's dad. Who else does this look like? You know, this looks like, you guys, Fred Armisen from SNL.
It does. I'm expecting him to tell me about how to get somewhere in California. You got to take, you got to take this to get to here, but don't take that because you'll be in traffic all day.
I didn't know Fred Armisen was Dick Tracy.
Dude, his nose looks like a dick, man.
What would if this was Fred Armisen and Dick Tracy, what would be his like villain nickname? Would be like Blueberry Bandit.
Blueberry
with
Bandit. Well, Andrew, there's the Suikoden collection coming out. I know you've never played that. Since you're getting into RPGs, you should get those because those are two of the best from the PlayStation era.
My next game is going to be that Tony Hawk 3 and 4, I think, out next week.
Oh, is it next week? I didn't realize that. I gotta look.
Yeah.
Well, the new Snow Brothers game is coming out, or came out today.
Remember, the release date is 3/4/25 because
3, 4.
The third and the fourth game.
Yep.
So March, which is the third month of this year, and the fourth day will be Friday. So it'll be March 4th, or maybe I don't know what date that is. Maybe Thursday, but it's this week.
Okay. Yeah, because I think there's something else coming out, and I know that next week is Suikoden, the 1 and 2.
Yeah, so it's out Thursday. March 4th is Thursday.
He looks like someone just told him a bad joke or told him something stupid. He's like, huh?
Did anybody have Fred Armisen as a kid?
No, I didn't have Fred Armisen as a kid. Lips Manless.
Lips Manless. That definitely sounds like a porn star name.
He should be like the Piranha, you know, because he's got like that large mouth and looks like he's got some sharp teeth.
Remember, he was like eating all those like oysters,
Mm-hmm.
and Madonna's like, "You grossed me out, you pig." And he's like, "You didn't used to say that."
He's got the concrete shoes, man.
Never let him, never let a man, never let a hair touch my lips, man.
Where's Matt when we need him? Don't give him away the thin mint.
Looks like the Joker's his dentist.
Mr. Kuruso, I am food. Would you like a wafer thin mint?
You know who he looks like? He looks like what's like that Japanese
No,
gun game?
actually,
That like detective game. Go. He looks like Go 13.
I can see that, but I also saw freaking what's his name? The cook. Oh come on, what's his name? The one they used to have the TV show and stuff.
Oh, like the bar rescue guy?
No, not him. The one who would do Bam and the
Oh, Emerald?
yeah, Emerald Lagasse. There you go. Yeah, that's who he looks like.
It's like Emerald Lagasse or the bar rescue guy.
Like
The bar rescue guy that just goes in and yells at everybody and throws plates and shit.
Something Irving or whatever. Yeah.
He's on like season like 32 of Bar Rescue, yelling at restaurant owners.
Calling Dick Tracy.
This
Okay.
dude gets killed off real quick in the movie.
Yep.
They put him in the cement.
There's Dustin Hoffman. Mumbles.
Mumbles was great. Remember when Warren Beatty's torturing him about the water? You want some water? You want some water, Mumbles?
Now, I mean, you could technically customize this into the Joker, maybe a little bit, right? I mean, he's got the suit and the greens.
How about this is Dustin Hoffman's easiest paycheck. He literally just says nonsense words.
Yes.
He has no real line.
And then he says a couple words and then that's it. I'm
Now,
surprised.
who does he look like?
Who? He does look like somebody, but I can't place it. Like, actually, okay. There was a guy that I used to work with at my old job. That's what he looks like to me. But
Or he looks like oh god, what's the guy's name?
he kind of looks
Gary
like
Busey?
Gary Busey. I would almost say James Caan a little bit.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Sting. I will kill him. Max Hydro. We got Prune Face. This guy got left inside a moisture for too long.
Stole Nicholson's jacket in Batman '89 as the Joker.
Oh yeah, that's definitely. That's what I was saying. You could just repaint that figure as the Joker.
And we get this guy, Nutsack Face.
Yeah, he's been left out in the sun too long.
What's his name?
Prune Face.
Prune Face. You know the one who really looks like they should have been a Dick Tracy character is DeSantis. DeSantis totally looks like a fucking Dick Tracy character looking fuck.
Well, so does fucking JD Vance, man.
Yeah.
With his he looks like he's wearing mascara under those eyes. Fucking like from what was it, Richard Alper from one of the characters in Lost, the one that like had been around for a long time. But he was the guy. I can't remember the actor's name because he's a great actor. But he was in the Dark Knight trilogy as the commissioner. Not the commissioner, but he was like, I think he was the mayor of the city and stuff. And even then, he looked like he had mascara on his eyes.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's like ready to get down on Madonna.
I think he needs some oil of Olay. He needs to moisturize. He needs a facelift.
he needs to hydrate. Thanos equals nutsack chin. Anyone see the brief Dick Tracy joke in The Simpsons? I'm pretty sure I did.
Or he could be the old man from Texas Chainsaw Massacre that's in the chair.
Oh, yeah, Grandpa. Yeah, I could see that. He didn't make fun of R.J. Armstrong. Hey, don't make fun. I'll make fun of R.J. Armstrong. That's hilarious. We got the rodent here. Someone get this man some cheese. He's wearing mascara, Vince. He is wearing mascara.
Now, who does this guy look like?
Let me see. Oh, what's his name? I know who he looks like. I gotta remember the actor's name.
Ben Stiller?
No, he's an 80s actor. You know what he kind of looks like a little bit if the nose wasn't so big, like the Micro Machine guy. He's about to tell us really fast about all these new exciting cars and vehicles and things. Blah blah blah. You should guys be pulling up actors next to the figures. It'd be a little hard to do that the way I have it set up at the moment with OBS. But I can start trying to set that up so we can. I don't know. What do you got? What do you got, Ryan? What does he look like? What does he look like to you?
I was saying a little bit like Ben Stiller if he shaved the stash.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. What's the name of this character? Rodent? Great.
Let's say,
yeah, Rodent. He's a rat because he's got a nose that sticks out too far. Grimace? Hey, there you go. If this is what you get when you shave... Oh, John Turturro? Oh my god, yeah, I could see that too. That's how young Ben Stiller. Oh, with John Turturro, that's great. Yeah, it's Grimace if he shaved all of his fur and stuff and took away like one arm or two arms. Micro Machine, fast talking guy. That's a good comparison. Yeah. Gotta catch 'em all. So this is Sam Ketchum, so Ash Ketchum's dad.
This is Dick Tracy's sidekick.
Yep. You know what he looks like? He looks like Ronald Reagan.
Yeah. Mr. Gorbachev.
He's gonna
tear down the wall.
He's gonna tell us about trickle down theory that doesn't work exactly, like the Reagan economics.
Every sentence fucking Reagan said started like this. Well. Oh, he says, well. Down country talk.
And then I can just hear friggin' come on. Danny DeVito going, and I just started shooting.
Of course, anything he said, he'd have to ask what Nancy first if he could say it or not. She should call all the shots.
Well, Nancy, would it be okay?
Well, Nancy, would it be all right if I?
Simpsons have a joke about Reagan saying, "Well."
Yep.
Ripping Ronnie tape. This is Reagan trying to be a part of the Howdy Doody show. What's up, Ekun?
Yo, he could.
I mean, it's this. He has brighter colors versus the other, more pastel or darker coloration. So you can definitely tell he's a good guy. Definitely, like I said, looks like Ronald Reagan. There's no other person I could think of that looks like.
You ain't wrong.
He's, like I said, he's also Ash Ketchum's dad. In a fictional world. We got shoulders here. Isn't this James Caan's character in the movie?
Let me see.
He looks constipated, honestly. Like he's
squeezing one out.
Huh?
Looks like he's squeezing one out for sure.
Yeah. He's like, hold on, Dick. I gotta find a bathroom. Oh.
I'll be right back, Vince.
All right, no problem. That lips, dude. It's just like he's sitting on a toilet, man. That's what he's doing. I mean, they call him shoulders because he had like the '80s pad shoulders and stuff, like they used to have back then in the '80s. Oh yeah, definitely. The Tommy gun looks great. I have to say the accessories are pretty on point, honestly. Considering this was the early '90s comic book adaptation, this film was fairly accurate to the characters in the source material. You're 100% right on that. We are big fans of this movie. And it's just too bad because like the toy line only had 14 figures. It didn't last that long, honestly. If they had done a cartoon, I think it would have been great. His pose, like he needs to take it up anyway. Yeah. He had too many prune juices. So we got Steve the Tramp. I'm just a bad guy because I'm homeless. I'm gonna cut you for some steak. I mean, I do like one of the things I have said about this, and Ryan agrees, is the fact that the paint apps are really good. The detail's really good on these figures. I mean, yeah, some of the figures have some wonky faces, but then others look exactly like they were pulled off the screen, just toyized. There's some really good just detail. I mean, it's really nice looking at some of this stuff. Like some of the paint apps, like you would never see sometimes on certain figures at this time. To go out of the way to actually go forth and paint them like this is pretty damn good. He looks like he's going to go train Rocky, though. I just love like the mismatched patches and stuff with the different coloring. It's pretty awesome. I feel like if there was a spin-off film or a sequel, this could have gotten more of a fanfare. Dick Tracy really was not a popular name like Batman or TMNT. James Caan was Spuds. Yeah, that's what it was. Yep. And of course, I think, let's see, we got I'll leave her for last. So let's get into Dick Tracy here, because Ryan's got to come back and be able to talk about Madonna. That's the one thing I can say though about this line is that, you know, the movie had a lot of trench coats in it, right? Of course, iconically, Dick has the iconic yellow, you know, trench coat here, and it looks great, but the figures didn't come with trench coats at all, which is a kind of a missed opportunity. I mean, you weren't doing a whole lot of soft goods stuff at the time, especially with Playmates. So I'm surprised that, like, you know, we did get this, like, what, 12-inch tall figure of Dick that actually looks like Warren Beatty. It's not bad. Oh, sorry, it's a 15-inch tall Dick. Okay, all right. Just got to be clarified, you know. He's got to be sized for the mission at hand. He's off doing something with Madonna. So of course, this is what the two-way radio watch that Ryan was talking about that he had. I know I always wanted one. We never did get one. I know we found one like secondhand at a flea market and stuff, but we didn't pick it up. It would have been cool if you bought two of these and you could talk back and forth with your friends, depending on how. Wow, that's a big dick. That you could communicate back and forth if they actually had like radio technology in them. Let's see. We can look at the crazy awesome vehicles from back then. Big Boys Getaway Car. Can you actually fit all four figures in there? That'd be really damn cool. I remember us seeing these, Dad, but we didn't pick them up, but they were really cool. Now we got the police squad car. That's not Dick in that car. This is the vehicles we needed in the Batman animated series stuff, honestly. Very, very cool. So the only thing left to talk about for Dick Tracy is going to be Breathless Mahoney, Madonna. I guess we can come back to her whenever Ryan gets back. But who doesn't want a 15-inch Madonna figure in their house? So I'd love to know, did any of y'all actually collect any of these figures for the Dick Tracy stuff? Ikun, did you have any of these figures back then? I know typically we didn't have any I think my dad picked up a maybe Dick Tracy, but I don't remember. Looks like Barbie, but adult for adult guys. So we can get into this real quick while we're waiting. And you got the oh, they don't have the Dick Tracy figure for here. There's the blank figure from Mezco. Nobody puts baby in a box. Holy shit, it's Josh Brolin. Yeah, we had a few of them. I'm surprised they don't have the Dick Tracy one though. Let me see. There's the Funko ones. Yeah, this is the wacky wobblers. All right. So let's get into cops and we'll go back to Mahoney. All right. So there are not a whole lot of figures for the cops toy line. This was an amazing show. I enjoyed it back then. And we did have quite a few of the figures. My dad ended up taking a lot of our figures and customizing them into other figures. But still, really, really cool. Hold on, that's getting to the crooks. I don't want the crooks first. I want the cops. Here we go. It's Josh Brolin Thanos, right? Without the makeup. So, of course, what started off the show and the leader of the team, and that is Bulletproof, Mr. Mario Van Peebles looking dude. This is the one thing that I was going to make a joke about, because I wanted Ryan here to say this, but this is hilarious. I always thought this figure was weird, right? So, he comes with this awesome trench coat that you could put on him. He's got his briefcase with the handcuffs there to secure it. He's got the pop gun, which is another thing we talked about earlier when we were discussing this toy brand. This did have the cap stuff, where you'd put paper caps in and you'd be able to fire it and make the sulfur smell pop sound. Yeah, there you go. There's your stuff. But it's just so weird, this figure, and the fact that, like, when you take off the trench coat, he's got literally just half a shirt and part of his pants ripped, and the rest of it's just cybernetic man parts with a giant star on his chest. This dude must be like Darth Vader, not being able to pee at all, probably only able to eat baby food. So Hummus, it's actually on Tubi right now. You can watch the whole Cops cartoon series for free on Tubi. Look at that, man. These figures are expensive now, right? But you could have got this figure for $1.48. Another thing to note about what was cool about these figures, though, is that they are, I think they were like 5-6 inch figures, but they had like the articulation of G.I. Joe at the time. Yeah, I think even down to the it having the O-ring inside, and look at the difference, right? Look at the detail of this figure, like the articulation. some of the stuff you're getting with this figure versus the Dick Tracy with Playmates. And this came out in '88 versus Dick Tracy in '90. Goes to show you that like sometimes like toys can change depending on the ages, but then they can also go back depending on the manufacturer and stuff like that. No robotic rain, man, that's brutal, right? It's a good thing that you're not married when you got hurt and we had to return you into this robot because you're never going to touch a woman again. Alright, so this is Barricade. Looks like a duck. Do love the translucent like shield there. That blue really pops. You got the siren light in the back of his like power driver here. I know it's a gas mask. Actually, Dad, you know what he looks like? He looks like one of the aliens from the Fifth Element. That's what it looks like. It's like, I wonder if they got the idea for designing that creature from this being the favorite toy Luc Besson had when he was a kid. Yeah, these figures look really well made. Yeah, they were. I mean, look, you got, like I said, this. You look at a G.I. Joe figure, right? So here, we'll do this. I'm gonna pop this, and I'm going to. Yeah, here we go, G.I. Joe, because of the adult. We're gonna go to Real American Hero line, but I want the. Come on. It's going to be 1980. '82. Why is it under the classic collection? That's so weird. Why did you do that? Alright, so we'll go to we'll do Series 2. Alright. So let's look at Duke here. Now, look at the articulation. You got head rotation. You got elbow. Well, not elbow, but you got your shoulder, ball joint rotation, elbow, swivel, hand. The waist with the, it's going to be your O-ring and stuff. The hinge in the middle, which had the hook that helped with the ball, which basically held the head and everything together for this whole thing to work. Basic knee joint articulation, and then you look. We're looking at cops. We'll go back a minute because I wanted to save Madonna's 15-inch figure for you.
Oh.
But you can see where the articulation is exactly the same, but you're dealing with a larger figure than the standard G.I. Joe figure. And I was talking about how like this dude looks like. So remember the aliens in Fifth Element, the ones that were bringing the stones and stuff. The ones you see at the beginning of the movie that are like they get trapped in the door.
Yep.
Look at the face, man, on Barricade here.
Okay, what is it with cops figures that they're dressing them like in that one North Face jacket with like the you know what I'm talking about? It looks like that.
It's like what is this, a life preserver?
Like this is what we wear in Aspen, Colorado, bro. We wear the North Face.
It's really cold here in Empire City, man.
The puffer jacket, the puffer North Face jacket.
Oh, I just want to let you know, when we do cover G.I. Joe, this is all of it. This is the main stuff. This is from 82 to 80, 89, I think. So this is figures and vehicles and playsets. So it's going to be a lot of stuff to cover. You're looking at like 600 plus items. 698 items. So just,
oh my god!
Just letting you know. We will eventually be getting here. But let's get
I
back.
don't want to get there.
Let's get back to the dick. As it's
How
fun.
would we ever finish that line?
I don't know. We'll have to pick something. We'll do something. I don't know.
I think we should cut it by the 2000s. Just do 80s, 90s.
Well, that's the problem. Is that line is from the 600 something is just freaking 82 to 90. All right, so there's your Madonna. We had to go back to some dick for Madonna. So it never gets old.
Tell me, where is the wet spot on the Breathless Mahoney? Right underneath the dress.
He kind of reminds me of Bird People from the Zelda. Oh yeah, I get that feeling, for Hummus Man for Barricade. So would you have this 15-inch Madonna figure in your house if you could get her?
She'll be breathless after she sees my Mahoney.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry. She's not 15. She's 14. So she's an inch smaller than the.
she'll be like singing that song. She was, I want more, more. After I give her this Mahoney.
Oh. At least I get it done before I die. All right, so here, look. You want to see a 15-inch dick?
The sultry songstress.
Here. There's your 15-inch dick.
Okay, why did the 15-inch Madonna look nothing like her in the movie? First of all, she's wearing black. Lace.
I know she is. It's because
What the fuck is that figure? That looks nothing like her in the movie. And this looks like
that looks like Warren Beatty, as if he was cel shaded anime wise.
yeah, not into these 15-inch figures. These
So-
stink.
So the question is, you don't want a 15-inch dick then? Sorry.
No. This figure looks more like Clark Kent or some shit, you know?
He needs some glasses.
Yeah.
I'm making these jokes because they just write themselves, and I just don't. I just hope I don't come off too immature here
About the 15-inch dick.
about the 15-inch dick. All right, so we got. Oh yeah, all right. So since you already saw Barricade, let's go back to Bulletproof real quick. So for Bulletproof, right? You know, he gets wounded and stuff, and they rebuild part of him with cybernetics and stuff. The parts of cybernetics are his torso and crotch portion. So this man has no dick.
Oh.
You don't want to come off like a dick. Exactly. Oh man, poor Bulletproof. He has no shots to be fired. We got a Highway. Pretty badass lawman here looking dude. Like, looks like he came out of either Fist of the North Star or Road Warrior or something. Did you see what Dad said?
No, dude. This is the cop. This is the cop from Real Ghostbusters. You got to put it up there.
Oh, dude,
Remember?
it is. Yeah, dude, it is. Totally. Hold on. All right, hold on.
Dead on.
Yes, it is. All right, hold on. Did they do it? No, it's going to be. I think it's just going to be under Ghostbusters.
This is where you set apart the collectors from the casuals. You have to be a retro Ryan and dad level, knowledge base to immediately see that this is dead on accurate. What did Marissa Tomei say? Dead on balls.
Dead on balls.
In My Cousin Vinny. This is dead on balls. Accurate with the real Ghostbusters cop. So you want to go into R.
There we go. It's Ghostbusters. No, I forgot. I would have titled as the real Ghostbusters because that's technically what it was. But let's see. We want. Where is it?
That's when
Yeah.
you set apart the real collectors here would immediately see that that's fucking spot on with the Ghostbusters figure. What are all those lines?
And
It's Hasbro.
Kenner. The re-release is Hasbro.
Okay. There he is.
Yeah, let me see if I can find him here. Wasn't he a Fright feature? No. Yeah, those are the monsters. Let me see, what was it called? Screaming Heroes, Grabbing Goblins, Fright features. Let's just do all of them, that'd be fine.
Yeah, I don't know what line he was under either. Haunted Humans, it says. But that's not one of the sections.
Yeah, here he is. X-Cop.
X-Cop. So it's X-Cop from Real Ghostbusters.
There you go. I could see it. I could totally see it. Ask me no questions, I tell no lies. Screw being immature. Unleash your inner child. Thanks, Boiling. All right.
Just look at that shit. Look at this shit, you guys.
That's pretty close, man. That's really close.
Only difference is the Real Ghostbusters got on the khaki pants, like he's like an equestrian, like he'd be like a cop on a horse.
Mm-hmm. He's pissed off because his horse died because of all the food. He's diabetic. Friggin' half baked.
Yeah, butternuts, Buttercup.
You know what though? Honestly, hey Dad, you could have turned this cop into Dread. Like literally, you could have turned this into from Judge Dredd easily. I'm surprised that we didn't do it back then.
What about a Floyd King Triton figure? Little Mermaid.
He's got a photo. He's got a photo of John Connor. Have you seen this boy?
Did you ever get your dad that Funko King Triton?
Yeah, we did. I think we did. I gotta check. I think because I had it shipped to him.
Floyd, you better have that shit on your desk, that King Triton Funko.
If not, I need to go and make sure I get it for him. I thought we ordered it and it got shipped because I did it through Amazon. I'm sorry, man. That card art is freaking awesome.
It is. What the fuck is he on? Some kind of jet ski?
It's a hover vehicle. Cap firing bomb included with roll of caps. He's a highway patrolman. Hey, there you go. That's a good look at his vehicle. Do you know how fast you were going, sir? I don't know. Only maybe like 90. You know you were going over 200 miles an hour. And we got Long Arm over here. I love how like each of these figures look like they're just generic police officers. You know, we got the bicycle cop now. We got the patrol officer here.
The North Face cop
Yeah, the North Face cop.
jacket.
Fighting crime one swing at a time. It was really nice to be able to see like the GI Joe body figures being able to be blown up to larger scale and work. You know, I wonder if this was originally supposed to be a Judge Dredd cartoon, because like I do get vibes from this that it being something like that. Fighting crime in a future time. I remember that catchphrase. Go back and look at the motorcycle cop. The figure's legs, those are reused from Adventures of He-Man. Would they be? Well, I mean, you're looking at this is Hasbro versus Mattel. I know what you're talking about because of the his leg guards right there, and his skin tight blue jeans, picking up the ladies and the crooks at the same time. Officer Bowser and Blitz. So this is your bomb disposal expert. No, I didn't get the... Okay, I'll have to look for it, Dad. See what happened. What'd you think of this guy? Bow. Oh, I need to charge my phone.
Got an interesting mix of colors on him.
Yeah, that the green and blue to the contrast of the like leather brownish material. Definitely. I do find it weird that it's like he's supposed to be the bomb disposal guy, especially with his dog, that he's only got part of his body covered. He looks like he's like some kind of goalie in some futuristic sports game. Canine officer and Robo-Dog. Hey, it's Man at Arms, man.
I think I had, because I remember this dog.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had this one.
I mean, we had quite a few of them. Sergeant Mace. He looks pissed off.
It's because his colors don't match, bro.
No, they don't, dude. Man. And like his face is unpainted other than the goggles. Like at least put light white on his teeth or something. SWAT dude with bazooka action. And of course, we got to have a Western sheriff in this police force in the city. So we're going to give Sundown. Looks like a Sunset Rider character. What you got, man? what you got for this? This
Very Rio Bravo, or like no Rio Blast.
Rio Blast.
It's
Yes.
very Rio Blast from Motu.
If you change the brown out for the blue, you definitely have a Rio Blast. This is the Burt Reynolds. Or Pedro Pascal. This dude's ripped, man. His chest is huge. Yeah, that's definitely Rio Bravo. Oh my god. Nothing else to say. That's all. Just all you got. I just want to make sure before we close out of this one. All right, so that's the first wave of the Cops figures. We got the first wave of the Crooks.
Accessories look really easy to lose.
Yes. Now we got Big Boss with his little cat in his hand and whatever his cane weapon is with his metal glove. It's Dr. Claw. I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time. Even though that's not a good impression of that because I don't want to hurt my throat. He looks something like Galaxy Rangers. I can see that too, Dad. So this is the Kingpin on the Atkins diet. Except for he got more hair.
Oh, this is so Joe Pesci.
Yeah, this is him being screwed over by Subway way too many times. They fuck you in the drive-thru with the tuna sandwiches. I don't even know if that's a cat, man. That might be a ferret or a rat or something. I mean, I do get some penguin vibes here. He's very top-heavy. Very stubby legs. Well, that must be an iguana. I don't know. Berserko. Bad is good. Okay, so what do we got for here, Mr. Blue Man here? Ryan, anything on Mr. Berserko?
Very the Thing.
Barry what?
The Thing.
The Thing?
Fantastic Four. No, not the Thing.
Are you talking about? Are we still looking at? Hold on, let me make sure. You still looking at
Unless it's lagging for me, I'm looking at the yellow dude, looking like the Thing.
Here, let me see. Where we at?
Yeah, mine's still on the Thing, unless it's lagging real bad.
Okay, I see. All right.
Yeah, the yellow.
Yeah, with the blonde hair, the crew top.
Or like maybe like Venom's human.
Oh, Eddie Brock. Yeah, I could see that. I could totally see the Eddie Brock influences there. Buttons McBoo Boom. Now this dude looks like a Dick Tracy villain. With that zoot suit and everything. And that hat.
Zoot Suit Riot. Now this is a very Dick Tracy character.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It could also be Centurions. Like the chest part, like the middle.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Very Fallout synth. Dr. Bad Vibes, I think is what his name. Yeah. I totally remember this guy. It's if Dexter became a villain. No, Didi. He's got a nice custom. Yeah, he does.
The Riddler?
I could see Riddler. I could see also Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory being older and becoming a villain. He looks like Dexter with the white suit and the purple gloves. That's hilarious. Now, this figure we had multiples of. This guy, Rock Crusher, my dad turned into Absorbing Man, and then like 2 other figures. Maybe Mandark Dexter's rival. Right? There you go.
Could have been very Tyson-esque.
What's he gonna do?
Mike Tyson. Advance my style is impetuous, my defense impregnable. Praise to Allah. There's no one can advance, there's no one can match me. There's no one can stop me. Mike Tyson.
Not even the cops. I can rob the city blind. Anyway. Alright, so that's all those. And then let's get into Series 2 of the Cops figures. I'm trying to remember which one is the one that's related to the Joes. The lips. We got apes here. Stiltman. Actually, this looks very Centurion. With the holes and everything, and you can plug in different stuff on him. Tell me I'm not wrong.
You ain't wrong.
Power Extreme. Very Tom Selleck-esque. A little bit.
Very RoboCop.
Yeah. I thought he developed that lisp as he got older, but during his prime, he already had it. Yeah, because I don't remember him having that lisp as much when he was younger. Tyson, I think it was because he had too many concussions and stuff and blows to the head that caused him to have the. We got an Airwave.
Was that a 2-pack? No, it's just got a lot of accessories.
Yeah, it was just a lot of accessories. So, Blood is asking about if he thought that like he developed that lisp as he got older. Tyson.
I think he always had it. Maybe it's because of that gap in his front teeth. I don't know.
I have a gap in my front teeth. I don't have a lisp.
Not like his though. He could throw.
No, you could probably put a full Tic Tac in there and fill it in with a third fake tooth, and it would be. I don't know. I like touching my teeth with my tongue. He looks very Lieutenant Marsh from Exo Squad.
This is like one of those plastic guns as a kid that you shoot those off of, like the little helicopter toys.
And he lose the blades. Trying to think of what actor this would have been modeled after, but I can't place it. Yeah, Magnum PI. Yeah. For the other character we were just looking at.
This is Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes Cops.
Snake Eyes Cops.
When he's got the hood on.
Sky Commanders. We got Checkpoint here. Looks like he's a radiation guy. In the future, there's nuclear waste everywhere. Dude, he's got that huge ass baton in his leg like that. That's awful.
This one is Metroid Cop.
I call him like I see him.
This is Samus's little brother. That's hilarious. Thank you, Ryan. All right, okay. So is it me when you look at him with his helmet off? He looks like freaking Zool. No, not Zool, but what was it?
There is no Dana, only Zulu.
He looks evil for some reason with his eyes.
Now he's without the red top. You know who he is?
Who?
Rat King.
The Rat King. I can see it. I can see it. He just took off his bandages.
Yeah.
We got Inferno. He's the Irish fireman. Actually, this isn't this be Snout Sprout before he becomes mechanized with the tusk and going full elephant.
Yep. This looks like one of the Toy Biz X-Men characters. I can't remember the name of the one. Interesting.
Yeah.
If you would have told me if you would have told me this is from the Cops line, if this was loose, I'd have no idea. Fire Marshal Bill over here.
Like I'm saying, man, it looks like freaking Snout Spout without his armor on. serious. Like, all right, we got the ninja in the group. This is Nightstick. Who does he look like, Ryan? Who does he look like?
Okay, let me see. Hold on, I'm not caught up yet.
I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for you to see it.
It looks a little bit like Vader.
Right, but look at the face of the guy. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Boylan got it.
Come on. Come on. It's Vince. It's ignorant. It's ignorant. It's ignorant.
You crooks know I'm gonna kick your ass. You know that you can't beat the baddest on the cops team. Oh my god.
Stop pressuring me. Stop pressuring me.
I'm so bad.
Who's bad? Ba-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na. Who's bad? Ba-na-na-na. Your butt is mine. I still think that's the funniest opening line to a song ever. Your butt is mine. Your butt is mine. Hee hee. Ooh.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say at first the face looking like Yoko Ono or something over here.
No, dude, my first thought was that it's Michael Jackson. I was just like, oh my god.
Stop pressuring me. Stop pressuring me. It's black. It's white.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's black. It's white. All right, next who we got?
Okay, all right. So let's get away from Michael Jackson as a ninja
Enough
cop.
Michael.
We got
We have to pay royalties if we do anymore.
right, because we're gonna get too close to actually sounding like him, and we'll get canceled. All right, this is Powder Keg. I actually like this armor. This is RoboCop right here. I could see it. I'm the Juggernaut.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for your cooperation.
Excuse me while I have to go take a shit, please.
It's like RoboCop if he was like playing in like NFL Blitz. It's like, oh, he's all roided up, ready to tackle somebody. This is briefcase. Look at the little briefcase.
Yep. Look
They
at all.
love giving us that snapback briefcase in the 80s and 90s, Vince. They love giving us that shit. Even fucking undercover Leo or whatever, undercover Donnie had that snapback.
Yep, the snapback briefcase. This is
Man, look at all these accessories.
Yep. I'm telling you, dude, this is the Juggernaut. This is before he finds the gemstone to become the Juggernaut, and he travels back in time. Charles.
This is when they send in like the bomb squad, like what somebody looks like when, like, you know, they put on that suit, like just a ridiculous suit you got to put on for disable the bomb and Lethal Weapon 2 on the toilet.
So
are we going on 3 or are we going on 1? 3, 2, Riggs, wait. How long they spend? They spend like 40 minutes in that bathroom scene talking to each other.
Yeah. Are we gonna go?
Riggs, I'm not ready to die. I don't want to die yet.
You know, the funny thing is like that happened in the second movie, and they had already been like together for quite a few years. We became friends and stuff. And it's like, how close do you come to your friend when you're like, man, there's a bomb on my toilet. Hopefully they can get somebody over to help you out. I'm not crazy enough to just jump in a tub with you.
Yeah.
So this must be a rare figure, because if they only have it on card for Taser.
How funny would it be in that scene if like they made it fine, which they did in the movie, but like Riggs lost his mullet, like his mullet like exploded off the back. It
Yeah.
took out this mullet.
He had a real haircut after that. Yeah, it's like
mulleted.
it's like in Terminator 1 whenever he runs through the fire and stuff and his hair gets burnt because he goes from that comb over to the actual crew cut.
Let me get a good look at this guy.
That's the best.
Let me see the face.
Let me see if I can try to get a better picture of him. Taser from Cops.
I can't see shit.
I know. It's awful.
He might as well be Deadpool under that fucking card. I can't see shit.
It's bad, dude. Hold on, let's see. We're gonna look at this. Cops.
This is like the police captain that's always chewing somebody out, like in Beverly Hills Cop.
Or
Like
in Last Action Hero.
48 Hours.
Yep, Last Action Hero, too.
Yep. They always gotta have the captain chewing somebody out.
All right.
Your butt is wide.
There you go. Should be a better picture now.
What's your dad dropping the Weird Al lyrics? The Weird Al lyrics?
I think he is. He's probably doing a riff on it. That's my dad. He'll do riffs on stuff. Your butt is wide, but mine is too. You watch your mouth, or I'll sit on you. The word is out. Better treat me right, because I'll sit on you.
On your face here. What in the hell? This is a shiny ass head right here.
It won't let me zoom in any
I
closer.
can barely see you. Shit.
Yeah, I can't zoom in on it.
Bro, does he have a Fu Manchu?
Yes, he does.
How the hell you gonna have?
He has that.
Black... The Fu Manchu.
He has that weird like side fuzz that doesn't go into a mustache, but it doesn't go into a goatee. It's just
Is this Sam Jackson? Is this figure Sam Jackson?
Yeah, he's tired of these MF and crooks in this MF in town.
I've had it with this motherfucking snakes in his motherfucking police office.
All right, so that's all the cops.
Dude, he looks like if Mr. Clean was black. Look at the face again.
He does. I know. I saw that.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. It's a black. It's like today's version, because like people are complaining. Why is Mr. Clean white? We can't have a black Mr. Clean.
Well, it's after he
Mr. Clean.
That's after he cleans everything.
Oh,
He got dirty. Oh, all right. So here we go. We got bullets. Can't see that right, but
oh, dude, who does this guy look like?
he looks like a villain from friggin'. Oh, he looks like Tom Poe from Kickboxer.
There's somebody I'm thinking about. He looks like. Oh, or he kind of looks like Give me a second. He kind of looks like Razor Ramon, bro.
Razor Ramon. I can see that. Why does this guy look like lab guys from, or the bad guys from Demolition Man? They
Say
do.
hello to the bad guy. Say hello to the bad guy.
Say hello to the bad guy. Yeah. Look at him. He's got guns, pistols all up his leg. He needs to be careful. He might shoot his dick off.
Because like he's got like the Razor Ramon little like little twist, little hair in the front. You know.
You know what he looks like? He looks like fucking hold on. Oh, come on. Needles from fucking, from Back to the Future, but, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Dude, oh my god, when he puts the hat on.
He looks like a xenomorph. Or it looks like Xavier's Cerebro helmet. Come
It's
to
like,
me
it's
by
like
X-Men.
his hairline's like when Phil Collins was trying to hold on to that middle part for too long. You just gotta let it go.
More hair. Just to look.
Gotta hold on to one more hair. Never let your for those listening, never let your hair go full Phil Collins, okay, guys? If your hair is looking like Phil Collins in the 90s, it's time to shave it, bitch.
So we got Hyena.
This guy went full Phil Collins.
This dude's a full clown. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think of this yellow-haired, blue mask-wearing dude?
Okay, I have no idea. This is really confusing me, this character. Can we get another picture of this?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here.
Holy shit. Like, look at the contrast between what he's wearing versus without the mask.
Yeah, this figure confuses me.
It's like they were trying to do the Running Man kind of villain type archetype here.
So he's fully like George Costanza underneath.
Mm-hmm.
This was supposed to be the summer of George. Worlds are colliding, Jerry. George is getting upset.
Actually, just by looking kind of at his face, there's an actor that looks like that, but not. He doesn't have. He's not bald. Looks like Ruffalo on a bad hair day.
My favorite is I know you're not a Seinfeld guy, but the episode Costanza gets a hairpiece, and Elaine is like, I have a friend I could hook you up with. He finds out her friend is bald.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I'm not going out with her. Elaine, she's bald. And then she says to him, you're bald. And he says, correction, I was bald. She takes the hairpiece off his head and throws it out the window. He says, I hate this thing.
All right, we got Mohawk McGee over here.
Oh, man. I didn't know they had the members of Rancid in a Ruby, 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 so yeah, she throws it out the window, hummus. He says, I hate this thing. And then the homeless guy outside picks it up and puts it on. The wig, yeah, his little toupee. How about when John Lovitz sees him at the hair place, and he's like, George, you got a wig. Way to go, Jack.
Sounds like John Lovitz. He's going.
Yeah, I love that. I was bald. She says, you don't see something wrong. You don't see something interesting about that. You were bald. He says, I was bald.
He's losing his mind, and I'm gonna be rich, or I'm gonna make millions. I think is what he says in the Wedding Singer.
Yeah, this guy is too much. I also don't appreciate how it's clearly like stuck on to the figure.
Yes,
too.
yeah, it does. It's yeah.
So glued on. Bro, that is so glued on. Like, guys, we got to do better than this.
All right, so you got your average goon here, Louis the plumber.
Was supposed to be the summer of George.
He's
Worlds are colliding.
He's laying down the pipe.
George is getting upset. Man, Popeye let himself go.
Instead of eating spinach, he ate donuts or moon pies.
Who else does this guy remind me of?
Well, at first I thought that was hair and not a hat, especially like back here. So it's like Simple Jack, from just if he was overweight.
It's like somebody. I picture him like moving like stacks of newspapers in like a warehouse. This guy.
I mean, he looks like your average goon. I mean, that's pretty cool because you could probably buy a couple of these to be henchmen.
Cause me eats me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Crook.
It's a Mario on steroids. Look at me, it's a Mario. I have a high-pitched voice because my balls shrank.
It's a me, a Mario.
You get a little pizza, you get a little dough, and you...
I don't know what he's about to do with those black gloves. Give somebody a
He's gonna beat the shit out of somebody. That's what he's gonna do.
checkup with those gloves.
Look, he's like I said. He's his name is Louis the Plumber. He's about to lay the pipe. If you look at the art.
I bet this character smells like BO.
Yeah, it's been a while since this dude's taken a shower.
This dude definitely. No, he looks like a deadbeat landlord that would come up. What do you need fixed?
Yeah, or a handyman. Oh, if
What's the problem?
hey, where's my money?
It looks like his name would be. What's his name?
Louis the
he looks
Plumber.
like a Louis. And it's like when he finally comes like a month late to fix your apartment, you're like, "Yo, Louis, I've been calling you all month. Where you been? You know, I've been getting calls all week."
Okay, so this is another figure that looks like he's from the Centurions, but on the bad guy side, because he definitely looks like a metal dick.
I might have to go for Louis, the worst character tonight.
No. Wait till the next guy that just pops up. This guy he's literally a metal dickhead.
What the fuck is this shit?
I'm telling you, this is the worst, man.
I need a different. This is some Mad Max bullshit right here.
Look, man, he's ready for action. I'm telling you, I don't know how you sold this as the kids.
I think he can have a vibrator on his head.
It's like, this isn't your toy, Tommy. This is Mommy's toy. Oh man,
Oh.
that's so bad. That's so bad.
And he has no hand?
No, because he attaches this whip to it.
This is trash, bro.
I know. This is like, all right, guys. The series is going out they're canceling the show. We got to get one figure out there. What do you got? I like this part of him here. I like that part of this guy over here. Let's see if we can put them together. And like, let's
Dude,
just.
first of all, so you're putting a dickhead on a disabled guy.
Yeah, so you're calling the disabled people dickheads.
He's already disabled. He's missing an arm,
Well,
and you put a dickhead on him.
Well, dude, honestly,
Further insult.
look at his legs, man. He's got no dick down there. That's why he's pissed.
And what's his name?
His name is Nightmare. Nightmare Attack Android. You got my
who
money.
would want this? Dude, who would want this figure?
I don't know.
If I walked by this in KB as a kid, I would be like terrorized by this figure. His legs look like they're from fucking Stridor the horse from Motu. What's with the legs?
his Johnson went top of his head instead. Yeah, exactly. He's like, all right, guys. Well, that's the weird thing. Okay, hold on. I gotta look at the card art, right? Look at the card art.
Ram Man.
you see the head, right? It's flat. It's not. It doesn't look like it's a phallic thing, but then when you get to the figure, dickhead.
And he comes with gun caps?
Yeah, he did come with some gun caps.
Where do you put the gun caps in?
I wonder, maybe in his back?
Butt?
Maybe in his head? Maybe somewhere in his dickhead? I don't know.
Yeah, you put him in his dickhead, the gun caps.
Yeah, because look, it looks like it extends.
This figure sucks ass.
Look, he looks like he's got a Rock'em Sock'em feature. That's all wrong.
Looks like, you know, what do they call that when the construction guys are drilling on the street? Like a
jackhammer?
Jackhammer?
Yeah.
Jackhammer head?
He's all like, all right, baby. I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. The cartoon art is not dirty at all.
Dude, I really thought like we hit a low point with Louis the Plumber. And you're right, this is the worst.
This is the worst, dude.
This is really what they ended the toy line on, this bullshit.
As far as the figures go.
Don't you want to find out like who at the company like drew up this character design and just call him up and just be like, dude, what the fuck? You know?
All right, who was the dick who drew this character? I gotta find out so I can beat the hell.
Some guy that was like 30 years old then, and now he's like in his 60s or 70s, and like, you just want to call him up and be like, dude, what the fuck, dude? What is this? What were you doing with this character?
So here is the Armored Tactical Assault Car Auto. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, it's reading in Spanish. So this actually came with a character. That's pretty cool.
So it's kind of hard to see what the vehicle is going to look like from this picture. Like, do they got one of
All they do is have the back of the box. It's like this guy has a unopened box or whatever and didn't want to take a picture.
Can you put that in on eBay and see if anybody's got it loose?
Dad said he's the platypus of a villain character.
Yeah, this could have definitely been a vehicle in the RoboCop line. This could have definitely been a RoboCop vehicle.
Okay, that's pretty badass looking. That looks like something out of RoboCop, or could have been something.
That's what I'm saying. It could have been in the RoboCop line.
Yeah. To protect and serve. That's pretty awesome looking, honestly. I love the actual black plastic with the white.
It looks like heavy duty too. Like it could take a beating. This vehicle.
Hey Ruby, how you doing tonight?
What's up, Ruby?
Now I do remember this one, the Air Raid. It looked like it was almost like an aquatic air vehicle because you could put two cops on different sides.
I'm waiting to see it.
Should be up now.
Interesting.
It's very, very G.I. Joe aesthetic. You can tell.
You can fit one in each of those things, like laying down?
Mm-hmm.
How would they lay down? Like forwards?
No, I think you'd lay them back when their legs go right there in between.
Like they're retarded, though. It's like they're asleep. Well, sorry to drop the R word. That's retired.
Remember, retired is what is the phrase.
Retired. It's like they're laying down, like in the bed in the helicopter, like asleep.
Oh, there you go. There's your image of it.
Do they have them laying down in it?
No, you can see where they're sitting in it. When it pops up, it'll show it. I'm great. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. and is ready for the weekend. Had a great weekend. My week was okay, Ruby. Little busy with work, and then my son's got a. He just got over a lower respiratory infection, but he has a really bad sinus, and he's got a fever and.
I thought you were gonna say like my son has lower back pain. I'm like, isn't he a little young?
Yeah,
Can he-
yeah. My future son came and gave me the lottery numbers, and then he said that, hey, Dad, it's good to see you. He gave me some medication to take because
My son needs better lumbar support. He's got lower back pain.
That first vehicle looks like something from Megaforce. It does, Dad. That's true. But that's not a pretty cool. I mean, that's a pretty cool vehicle. I actually like that. It's I like this helicopter. I don't know how.
Like, the sides would probably break off.
Yes, because of that
Snap off,
that translucent plastic. That's always
Doesn't hold
notorious. Yeah, it's always notorious for breaking. All right, so then we have the air speeder.
It would have been even cooler if they had like a little light in each side to make them light up red and blue inside the shell.
I'm pretty sure you could customize it and stuff and make it to where you could put like run some LEDs or something. This is very Judge Dredd, or actually no, I take that back. This is very Flash Gordon style vehicle. I don't know what to say about this. This is very bland.
This looks like this looks like Lord Zed.
It does look like Lord Zed.
This is Lord Zed's chopper. Can we put Lord Zed in there?
I bet we
Can we
could.
just plop him in? Can you just make Lord Zed stand next to this thing?
Poof. Okay.
Lord Zed's chopper.
Who's Zed? Zed, baby. All right. So
Zed's dead.
we got the cop cycle.
Dude, that girl is so annoying in Pulp Fiction that Bruce Willis is with. He's like asking him 8,000 questions.
Yeah.
And he's just like sitting in the motel, like annoyed, answering all her. Floyd, you remember that chick from Pulp Fiction that won't shut the fuck up with Bruce Willis? Asking him, and he's like, keeps talking to her about pancakes and shit. I'm like, this fucking, just get me out of this scene. There's certain scenes in Pulp Fiction that just won't end. When Bruce Willis is in the taxi cab after he throws the fight, or he refuses to throw the fight and kills the guy in the ring, like that taxi cab scene feels like it goes on for like 3 days. And then when Bruce Willis is in that motel talking to that woman, I'm like, shut the fuck up, Bruce Willis. Yeah, it's like, I want a pot belly. Oh, God, hummus, dude. I can't. Like, I love that movie, but I can't stand some of those scenes.
Don't start that again.
When they're in the bar and Quentin Tarantino is like zoomed into the back of Ving Rhames' head with a Band-Aid on it for like 20 minutes talking to him. In the 5th round, your ass goes down.
So Ruby said, how did they make toys back then? Like, I was curious about that. I'm not sure it's not too different on how it's made now, but just curious. So Ruby, basically what they would do is they would mold a sculpt, and then they would sculpt a figure. They would mold it, and then they would basically kind of like put it through a process where, plastic would be put in, and they would, a lot of times it would either be handmade or it would be through a machine process.
Dude, but then one of the best scenes, oh man, when Travolta's dropping a deuce and he's making Pop-Tarts and Willis comes in all silent, blows him away with a shotgun, and that's exactly the same time the Pop-Tarts come out and set off the smoke alarm. fucking great. That scene makes up for all the talking that stupid woman did with Bruce Willis. It's a chopper, baby.
Well, that's what this is. It's a chopper. Anyway, this is more of the dread cycle or the lawgivers.
How mad? By the way, Vince, how mad would Quentin get if I would just sit down with him and tell him how annoying some of the scenes were to me? How much they annoyed me. Some of the scenes. He'd be like, "That's just your opinion, man. I don't know. It's your, he gets all wily. He'd be like,
"Hey,
I don't know. It's your opinion, man."
Who's the filmmaker here, right? Who's been doing it for the last 30 years? So
He's always doing that shit and like stuttering. Hey, that's why I'm the filmmaker, man. That's why. And I'd be like, hey, Quentin, that scene really annoyed the fuck out of me, You'd be like, I don't really care, man. That's why I'm the best director, because I know how to do it. Okay.
That's because that's how the scene was supposed to be done, man. Like, it was supposed to make you feel like you're tired of her talking and asking all these questions. I don't know what to say about this dragster. It is what it is. There's only the box art.
It's what the scene needed in the motel at that moment. We needed at least 50 questions from the girl. Okay, that's how I do it as a director. Okay, because I'm Quentin Tarantino. Okay. He talks like that in fucking interviews.
Yeah, it's all about the word salad, man. You got to look at where it came from, this movie and here, and it inspired me to talk about this, and then that's what influenced me to do the scene. And
I told the cinematographer we needed to zoom up close on Ving Rhames' head in this scene the whole time he's talking.
That would make dice.
So what else we got here with this line?
All right, we got this.
How many vehicles they got?
Highway interceptor with sounds. I don't know.
To collect this you'd have to like remortgage your house.
Dude,
to collect this whole line boxed and on card.
Yeah, with what these images are, dude, this is crazy. We're on the last 3 vehicles, so you got the iron sides with hard top.
Okay. I like how they share the vehicle. The guy's got a ride bitch in the back.
He's riding in the trunk, bro. He's riding in the trunk. It's like that one scene in The Rocketeer, right? And the guy gets out from the back of the trunk and is using the Tommy gun shooting at the cops. That's basically what it was.
Dude, I gotta say, some of these vehicles look straight up like dollar store, Dollar General.
They do.
This vehicle, dude, is so like your mom says you can get one toilet dollar store, and this is like what you pick out. This looks like a piece of shit, dude.
Look, there's a dead bug inside the vehicle there. They just couldn't take the time to clean it out before they took.
I don't know if this is a vehicle or a fucking wooden shoe. Look at this thing. Kind of looks like a shoe.
It looks like it's gonna storm the beaches of Normandy. That's that kind of thing.
This is a cop's vehicle or a croc.
Oh man. Well, you can definitely tell where the design went into some of these vehicles versus like, okay, we just need to throw something out here, guys.
Oh man.
Pursuit jets. This looks like something Pops Racer would have built for Speed. Like it's the Mach 4. All right, last vehicle. The Roadster.
Vince, you know what kind of gum Trump chews?
What?
Big League Chew. Okay, excuse me.
Big League Chew, or not Orange Giant Chew, which helps him just the pigments in his skin make him look tan.
You remember how many kids used to chew the Big League with a little shredded?
Hell yeah, dude! I did.
Like
I chewed the shit out of that stuff.
We love Big League Chew. Okay, excuse me. It's better than Wrigley's. Okay, like it, dog.
Hold on, isn't that fucking the lead singer of Motorhead over here? Wait till it pops up. The Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades.
Doesn't it look like him?
Correct.
7 or 11. The hell.
Dude, I had this figure. Did this figure only come with the vehicle?
This only came with the vehicle. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! So I must have had this vehicle too. All right, we gotta enlarge this one. Show me the vehicle.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can. That's about.
Dude, I had this character, so that means I must have had this vehicle, right?
Yeah, with turbo tune. That's blasphemy, son.
Excuse me, blood, okay? Everybody knows, okay, I do the best Trump, okay? Excuse me. Everybody else's Trump is a total disaster, okay?
Wait, Dad, is
Is
it a disaster because I didn't do a good impersonation of impersonating that guy?
Everybody knows, okay? Whoever didn't vote for me is a total loser, okay? Like it, excuse me. Big League Chew, okay? Excuse me.
Here we go.
But yeah, I'm excited that I just realized that I must have had this vehicle.
Here he is.
What happened there?
That's the figure.
Wait, okay. Yeah, dude, so I must have had this vehicle and this figure because I had it.
Yeah, here you go. Here's all of it together. I mean, that's actually pretty good. I mean, looks nice. You got to look at that safe too with the money.
Who's selling them in the vehicle though? Because I want to see if I get like a memory unlocked with the vehicle, with him in the vehicle.
With him in the vehicle or next to the vehicle? Because I mean, that's what right here. The image I'm showing.
Next to it's fine.
Yeah, then.
Man, so I must have had. It's just so weird because I remember having that figure. I don't remember having the vehicle though. I don't remember having that.
I mean, you could have got him secondhand.
I doubt it. So there's no way.
You know what? Also, he looks like Tex Cobb a little bit, but.
Is there no way they sold this figure separate?
No, apparently they were selling figures. Oh, okay. I now know what my dad's talking about. No, Pops would never build a piece of craft like that. Okay, I'm sorry. We're talking about back at Speed Racer. Okay, I'm sorry, Dad.
Go Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer. Go.
Here you go. There's an image with him inside of it. Someone's selling it for $55.
Sold out. And why? So, whenever you see a picture, he's always missing his guns, too.
Mm-hmm. Now I want to play Tony Hawk 3.
You look so silly in this vehicle, dude.
Oh, he does. He needs to be playing guitar, singing.
Man. You know, it's like when a vehicle really doesn't match the character, is this. Like, this doesn't mean... This is not meant to be. This vehicle and this character. A Cherry Bomb toy. What's Cherry Bomb Toys selling this shit for?
I already closed that window.
It was like $85. It's top. He's in blood. He's in his like Miami Vice era with his clothes. He's going to the club with Don Johnson.
Don Johnson, there you go. Yeah.
You know how much butt Don Johnson must have pulled in the club back in the day? He must have pulled so much butt making Miami Vice.
Greatest show ever, man. I love that show. And then the race car.
Coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. You know the other song they had in there from Phil?
Which
I
one?
don't care anymore. I remember they played that in the episode too.
Oh, you talk about the
Don't care
pilot?
anymore.
On the pilot, or
Yeah.
because I mean there was a lot of Phil Collins stuff throughout, and other amazing artists at the time.
Phil Collins himself was even on the show.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I still think Susu Studio is a stupid lyric, but that's all right.
Studio. Anyway, all right. So that's basically the show, guys. So
if Don Johnson like ever had an action figure, which he deserved in Miami Vice, there should be action figures. He definitely would have like a pack of like cigarettes in his pocket, and some Wayfarers.
well, I mean, if there was a company that would manufacture that toy, that would have to be
What do you
NECA.
think? What line did he smoke? What
I don't remember.
Dude, we need that from NECA. We need Crockett and Tubbs Miami Vice figures, dude.
Mm-hmm. I will definitely be getting
Give me
those.
one of those fucking Ferrari, like the white
They would
Ferrari.
be permanently over here somewhere.
Dude, we need like the white for what was it, like a white Ferrari Testarossa with the slits in the side?
Mm-hmm.
We need that.
Man,
Crockett.
you know, okay, so you know what's a missed opportunity, right? So remember we had Michael Mann do the movie, right? We had Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx.
The
And
movie was just okay for me, dude.
It was
I
okay.
don't love the movie. I don't love the movie.
It's not great because they flipped
That's what I'm saying.
Tubbs and Crockett's like things, because it's like it was usually Tubbs that was like getting in with the girl that was on the other side versus Crockett. But like, so you watched Lost, right?
Yeah, but you know what I'd say about Miami Vice, Vince? I feel like he was making like kind of like Heat too. You know, it had
It was.
It had like heat.
He was. It
had
did
that
have a heat feel.
vibe.
Yes, it did. It did have a heat vibe.
Wow.
So had they done a TV show, I wanted Josh Holloway to play Crockett, because you look at him and you look at John Johnson and they're like almost mirror images of each other at that time. So it just sucks that we never got, because that was always my fan casting of who I wanted to play Crockett. If they did another TV show or if they did the movie, I wanted him to play him. But, you know, we didn't get it. It had to be Marlboro cigarettes. It wasn't Camel, right, Dad?
Plus, they had a highlight episode, Vince. You know, everybody's joking
They
with me
did.
for playing highlight stuff.
They did, and they also had the intro of the show has the highlight.
Has highlighting, yeah.
Which goes to show you how popular that show was. I mean, how that sport was in Florida at the time.
It was.
Which is funny because I didn't know what it was. Because was it my cousin and my uncle were big into was it lacrosse, which is kind of in a way similar as far as like having that thing with the that you catch the ball with. But
Would you put any other cop show up there, like maybe The Shield? I don't think anything's ever been as good as Miami Vice. What else has been?
Harley Davidson and Marvel Man is much better. Yes, it is, Dad. It is it's better for a different reason. But I would love those figures too. I want Don Johnson and Mickey Rourke as Harley and Marvel as figures. That needs to happen. Man, that's a whole thing we need to do, is like figures that need to be done for these properties. Why haven't they been touched?
They kicked so much ass in that movie.
Other cop shows that were just as good. I mean, we've already talked.
I'm struggling like to think of another one that's just good.
Well, like I really enjoyed 21 Jump Street, but it's not on the same level.
not on the same level.
It's
more
on the
team.
same. Yeah, it's not on the same level. But it did go just as long as Miami Vice.
Dude, Miami Vice deserved like 10 seasons. That show deserves so much more. So many more seasons than that. Than 4.
Considering what happens at the end, when they're they kind of on the outs after that deep cover investigation that goes the whole season, and then they turn in their badges and they leave. Dad said Nash Bridges, which is I watched a couple episodes of that. My dad went through all that, and that was really good.
Nash Bridges is pretty good, but it ain't on the same level.
Trying to think, like, what else? Because there's been quite a few stuff out that, like, really good cop dramas and stuff, but I don't know if anything on the level of Miami Vice.
Because even The Shield was more about crooked cops, even though Miami Vice kind of rode the line of, like,
Yeah, because they were dealing with the I mean, NCIS, at least the original show, was really good.
What's the one fucking Ice-T's on that's gone a million seasons?
Oh, you're talking about, like, what, Law and Order?
I don't even know. I don't watch it.
Justified is fucking great. That's all I'm going to say. But that's U.S. Marshals versus police officers. Because Justified is right up there with, if not slightly better than Miami Vice. But let me see. We got Dead Air, and I'm trying to think of trying to look at list of stuff.
Dead Air.
Lethal Weapon, the TV show wasn't too bad, but it only lasted like really one season because they fired the guy that was playing Riggs. I mean, they had that other where they had Sean William Scott come in to be a new character, but it wasn't as good after that. I actually stopped watching the show.
All right, so what do we have to say about Dick Tracy and Cops?
Well,
both are good.
Both of them were really great. I mean, they were really cool figure lines. I mean, they had their ups and downs, honestly. I think there was more ups with the Dick Tracy stuff than there was with the Cops line. It was really nice to be able to see what the G.I. Joe scale, the 3.3 quarter scale, being upscaled to like a 6-inch figure, and how that worked. And it's too bad we didn't get to see more figures with that type of articulation at that time. And G.I. Joe possibly moving to this size, but it wasn't until the classified line that we got that point. But the articulation now is so much better than back then. I do have to say though, the vehicles sucked for Cops. Overall, really, really bad. It was like it was an afterthought. Like all the detail went into the figure design.
And by Lou the Plumber, it's forget about it, dude. By Lou the Plumber, they're just like, we give no fucks anymore about this line.
No. We do give one, but that's when they got to Nightmare. But that was only for the moms.
No, Lou the Plumber, they were like, we don't give a shit, literally. We're giving you a plumber toy. He come with a toilet because he was ass.
He was ass. So, all right. With that being stated, what do we want to do for next week? I know we were talking about doing Swamp Thing with Dick Tracy this time, but we decided to do Cops.
Police Academy crash test dummies.
Please, okay, we can do that.
Because Police Academy is a toy line that is important because a lot of kids got that for birthdays and Christmas
Mm-hmm.
during that era, and it had a cartoon. And I feel like Crash Test Dummies were beloved for a while and kind of got forgotten too. So they're kind of two obscure toy lines that were good. I mean, because they had so many great breakaway features for the Crash Test Dummies.
Oh yeah, that
It
was one of the coolest.
explode upon
The
impact.
coolest stuff was having vehicles that would literally crash, and they would like have parts that would accordion, or they would shoot off, and then like the dummies themselves would fly outside the window, and would fall apart themselves. It was just a cool gimmick. I didn't have either toys for either one of them, but I did want one of the Crash Tests. But I was just like, it was like, oh well, I can either have this or Crash Test Dummies. Well, I'm gonna go get that or whatever it was at the time that I was looking at. But my friend Jeff had them, and I enjoyed playing with them though. So they were cool toys.
I've got a cool one we can save Swamp Thing for a tour. Tales from the Crypt toys and Swamp Thing. Be
Okay.
perfect.
Shit, I don't remember the Tales from the Crypt figures.
They
Okay.
had cool ones,
Okay.
and they're both kind of short. So to do them both,
Mm-hmm.
we'll give them enough.
Okay, yeah. So Crash Test Dummies and Police Academy. All right, we can do that. And then after that, after next week, I want to circle back around to Transformers at least for one more, and then we can do a couple more because I want to spread since we're getting close to the end as far as G1 goes. I want to spread that out. Maybe like once a month we'll do one, and then do everything else in between. So eventually, by hopefully June, we'll be finished with Transformers as far as G1 stuff goes, and then we can move on to a bigger toy line again. I know that you want to do Beast Wars at some point. You said.
I love Beast Wars and I love Pretenders.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we just do that as one soon?
Well,
I know we're kind of jumping the gun, but why can't we just go to that? We could always go back.
well,
What if we did Beast Wars Pretenders as a? Well, we'll need a separate one for each of those. They're both big.
yeah. Well, I mean, what we can do is, if you want, we can do the first part of Beast Wars after Crash Test Dummies, just to do that. Because we can do Beast Wars and then Transmetals, and then go from there. Because I think there's enough that each of those 2 seasons for Beast Wars would be enough for an episode each. So
You know what though? Elon said we can't do Transmetals. It doesn't. It's just men or women now.
yeah, right, yeah. So we can't do Liquid Metal T1000s either now, because I mean he could be whatever he wants.
No Transmetals. He said no Transformers. It's just men and women. There's no Transformers anymore.
Dude,
You guys you blame him? He said it.
look, I love my Transformers, man. What do you? No, I'm gonna. But all right. So everyone, we hope you enjoyed this episode. Ryan, what can they expect from you for next week? What do you got? What do you got planned, man?
Guys, my promise, if you elect me as president, I'm bringing back Butterfinger BBs and PB Crisp. Okay? I'm putting shark bites back in every grocery store. Okay? And that's all I got right now.
Yeah. Well, everything else
you
is
can catch
to be
me,
determined.
You catch me live. I'm Retro Ryan. You catch me live every Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, playing your 80s, 90s video game requests and playing you 80s, 90s toy and game footage.
Awesome. So tomorrow, guys, no podcast. My dad is his computer died, so we can't record anything at the moment, and we already have stuff predetermined. So we're gonna get that done once he gets his replacement. My best friend from a long time, Andrew, has sent him a computer so he can start using it, and then we can get back on the ball with that. So I won't be doing anything tomorrow. Actually, I'll be playing a game with some friends, and then hanging out in Discord after that. But Sunday, I will be playing more of this wonderful game right here.
Wu-Tang Clan, Shadows of the Wukong.
Yeah, Shadows of the Wukong. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll be playing Black Myth Wukong on Sunday, probably sometime around like noon or 2 in the afternoon for a couple hours. And then I'm gonna move the my son from a dad's perspective to Mondays. But yeah, that's it. Everyone, thank you for hanging out, and I had a blast. Ryan was great. There was a lot of dick talk in this show, and we did. Yeah.
2 lines that more people should collect for, and Dick Tracy's affordable. Cops is not, but
You can still
Still a
find them
great
loose.
line.
You can still find them loose for a decent, not great, but decent amount.
especially if they're missing their accessories.
Mhm. But
But I mean, even look at that one that I had that was still 34 without his guns.
true. That's true. hmm
High prices.
But all right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out and chatting in the chat. And Dad, I'll talk to you a little bit later. But everyone, have a great weekend. Peace out.
Peace, y'all.